Dallas, Texas has just outlawed Airbnbs. That's right. The Dallas City Council just put a ban on STRs or short-term rentals. Airbnb and Vrbo in areas with single-family zoning are affected. Nearly 1,000 homes will now have to be taken off in December off of Airbnb or Vrbo. Those that are able to stay that aren't in single-family zoning will now have to pay a hotel occupancy tax. And it's funny because when you looked at the origination of Airbnb or other companies like Uber, Airbnb was supposed to be a cheaper alternative to hotels, as Uber was supposed to be a cheaper alternative to taxis, and both prices have skyrocketed because of situations like this to where they are now even more expensive than the origination of taxis or hotels. Now, the reason why the Dallas City Council did this is 20% of short-term rentals in Dallas last month had 311 or 911 calls because of noise, violence, and things going on in the neighborhood. And the people who own homes there are sick of it. And we've seen this in California as well, as Santa Monica wiped out about 80% of its STRs with stricter regulation. They put the 14% occupancy tax. They've made it so that you had to live at the property to rent it and have a business license, which made everything so much more difficult. And we've seen a number of areas across the country have huge effects from this. There was areas like Austin, Texas, many areas in Florida, Nashville that were open during the pandemic, and we're getting a lot of tourism from people who are on lockdowns. So a lot of investment people went in, bought properties, put them on Airbnb, and once things opened back up, people stopped going to the middle of Florida. They started going back to New York City and Las Vegas and San Diego and the places they enjoyed more, and that crushed a lot of the economies there. We're going to see big shifts continually with these short-term rentals. If you are trying to get into this game, if you're listening to things that you're hearing online, thinking I want to open up an Airbnb, you better be smart about it. You better understand what the laws are in that town and what is projected from the people in those areas, because it's a dangerous game and you could be left holding a big bag. Be kind.